Good morning, and sup bro from Papamoa, where today we're going to drive 600 kilometers south to go visit my nana and live in. We're going to see plenty of fields, mountains, all sorts. It's going to be a great New Zealand road trip. Let's get into it. When hiring the car, we went for a bit of a lucky dip, and what we got is brilliant. Plenty of space. However, I haven't figured out how to turn off the sensors, so when I get too close to the line, you get that.
So when I'm lying in my bed, thoughts running from my head, and I feel that love is dead.
First stop, Rotorua. Famous for its lakes, its geysers and mud pools. This once was a tourist metropolis. Well, I don't think anyone's referred to Rotorua as metropolis before, but it was pretty good. However, during the COVID lockdowns, the government and the rest of the country rounded up the homeless and sent them here, putting them in the hotels for free. It's been 2 years since the lockdowns, but the homeless are still here. And, well, Rotorua, no longer a tourist mecca. Welcome to Taupo, home to New Zealand's largest lake, a popular holiday spot for a lot of the country's rich and famous, including New Zealand rugby player Dan Carter. For you Americans who are watching, that's our equivalent of Brett Favre. Anyway, I'm going to show you the lake in a minute, but first I want to show you this, the Supaloo. Now, as a kid, driving through the North Island, for some reason, is a big deal to stop here, because otherwise you're going to be in a public toilet made of stainless steel and covered in graffiti. Now, I will give you a tour, but unfortunately I don't have any coins on me. But it's essentially a clean toilet. A pretty big deal in New Zealand. There we go, Lake Taupo, New Zealand's largest lake, which used to be a volcano crater. It erupted about 1,000 odd years ago. No one knows for sure, but there are records of clouds of smoke coming over China from the South Pacific. So they think maybe it was here. New Zealand's iconic hole-in-one challenge. Get the ball into the hole on the little island out there and you win a car or some cash. Tiger Woods came here in the 90s, maybe early 2000s. It's all the country could talk about. Anyway, it's a little overpriced, really set up for tourists, but it's a good laugh if you're in the area. Check it out. Just hit the desert road, a 100-kilometer stretch through the heart of New Zealand's North Island. Now, in the distance, usually you can see three large, beautiful mountains. Mount Ruapehu, Mount Tongariro, and the third one escapes me. And according to Maori mythology, Mount Maunganui used to live here. She used to date Mount Ruapehu, but he had a side piece in Tongariro. She found out, moved up north. Apparently, on the desert road, there are supposed to be tons of wild horses. However, in the 30 odd years of driving the road, I am yet to see one, although there are plenty of signs in that about. I was kind of hoping today would be the day, but it's not looking likely. Got some sheep though. Just covered a couple 100 kilometers. Feeling buggered, man, but we're good. Anyway, I thought we'd walk through a rural New Zealand town. Not just any town, one with the Rangatiki Tavern, infamous in New Zealand. You got the New Zealand Air Force nearby. The boys come in, I think on the weekends, well at least they used to, and have a drink. This town's name, Bulls. Trying to find a place to eat. I can't understand why everywhere's closed. But then I remembered we're in rural New Zealand. Most shops close around 4 or 5. It's about 5:30 now. In a booming town, you might get a supermarket or convenience store open to 8, but I mean, you'd be lucky. Oh, here we go. Alright, New Zealand, famous for its mince pies and sausage rolls. They're out of mince pies, but check this out. Sausage roll. Pastry, bit of meat in the middle, can't go wrong. Perfect. Cool, we made it. Live in. I'm a little gutted. I was going to show you a famous rugby field 5 minutes out of Sanson. However, they must have demolished it because there is now a car park there. Anyway, good drive. Saw a lot. Until next time, cheer bro.